knowing where you start is so important, because then you can identify where you need to go, like the pieces that you've missed in the conversation. I have this whole model called, I actually was just teaching on it this morning, the pause model. So there's like 4 different styles of conflict engagement. So I'm actually encouraging people to abandon and put aside the labels of assertive, aggressive, non-assertive, passive, all those kind of things. Put those labels aside, because labels have actually kept people stuck. Right. So someone assertive has been the gold standard. You need to be an assertive communicator. I am an assertive communicator, and I still got myself into trouble because of the way in which I came to the conflict, right? So assertive is great, but it's not the whole answer. You need to actually embody all of these.
Okay.
So pausing, these are movements through conflict.
Okay.
Typically that's your avoider and accommodator. Put those labels aside and recognize that what they're doing is they're pausing. They're moving with the conflict away from it. They don't want to talk about it because they need some space and time, as opposed to avoiding. I have never met an avoider who actually doesn't want resolution. They all want resolution. But when you label someone an avoider, you already take away that opportunity for them to come back to the table.
That strength, if you want to call it that, yeah.
Yes. So the strength that they're doing is they're actually removing themselves and decreasing the emotional energy that they have right now by pausing. So that's kind of what they're doing. This is like really brief.
Yeah, good.
The second is asking and understanding. That's typical of the indirect communicator. So those who hint and hope, like, oh, look at what time it is. You need to go. But we don't say you need to go. We go, oh, look at the time. I got to get back to work. We're hinting and hoping that you pick it up.
Yeah.
And instead of calling them indirect or passive aggressive, recognize what they're doing is they're asking and understanding. That's their movement through conflict. Their dominant movement is, I need information. But they don't want to be direct, because they want to make sure you still are okay in the relationship.
You don't want to put the person on defense mode, correct?
That's exactly it. It's called saving face. That's the whole, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I have to hint at it, because I wasn't taught how to say something nice in a way that is direct. Speaking, this is me. This is the one who's like attacking the problem or moving straight towards it. We're going to talk about it. The problem with speakers is they don't leave room for anybody else to speak, because we have all the answers.
Nice.
And then doing. These are the people who are solving the problems, but they don't have to talk about it, right? So someone at work says it's cold in the office. They actually bring you a heater for your desk.
They change the thermostat up a little higher.
Right, yeah, right. That's it. Problem solved. I don't have to think about it. You told me the direction.
It's not that hard.
I got the details. Yeah. So there's these different styles, and I really just encourage people to abandon the labels and look at the movement, because every successful resolution goes through all of those stages.
I like it because you're giving people action versus just thought.
Yes. And we have a dominant. I know I'm a speaker. So if I want to resolve conflict, I have to not speak. I need to pause. I actually need to go into my weakest area and make space for somebody to hear what they have to say, to get curious, ask the questions, and then I can share my thoughts. And then we come up with a plan to do, and we have to follow through. But it's all movement through. And if we focus on movement, we can get to resolution faster.